A chance now for them to move to 2-1 in the NBA Cup group play with a win here tonight.
It's a swing game, really, a win, and they have a chance to advance. But if they drop this one, I don't see any way they get to that quarterfinal round.
And then, when you talk about Portland, this is their third group play game. And with a 1-1 record, this is really a must-win contest.
And with this one, being on the road, it won't be easy. They're going to have to fight to stay alive in this NBA Cup tournament.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Donovan Clingan, Avdia out there with Toumani Camara. Then it's Holiday, and it's Sharp in at the two-guard spot. Holiday after the missed three from Stephen Curry. The shot by Holiday, no good. Green with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Outside Curry. 5 on the clock. Butler with the ball. Camara on him. And it's Butler missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's Sharp missing.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
And they pick up 2.
Oh, about time. Starting to wonder a bit if they were ever going to knock a shot down.
Now, here's Sharp. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
Bounce pass, Butler. Butler sets a screen for Curry. Outside Butler. Shoots over Camara. Butler, no good.
Okay, it's taking them a moment to find their rhythm, opening the game with some uneven 1-for-4 shooting.
Pass to Sharp. Back to Holiday. Clingan, the screen for Holiday. And there's Clingan. That's good on the assist by Holiday.
Getting this one to fall hopefully gets things rolling. Their first make out of 5 shots.
When you look at Drew Holiday, a 2009 draft pick, RJ, how much longer could you see him playing?
Well, ultimately, that's up to him. I think he's got a few good years left, but that will largely depend on how well his body holds up moving forward.
Now Holiday, following the miss by Jonathan Kuminga from deep. Pass to Sharp. Now Clingan. Holiday with it. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I love how hard Clingan works that offensive glass, using his size in that situation.
Outside, Kuminga. Curry outside. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Sharp. Ooh, what a slam!
Oh, my.
What a
Wow.
slam!
Gracious.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Here's Curry. They trail by 1. Butler on the wing. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Outside, Avdia. Pass to Kamare. And here's Sharp. Bangs on the trifecta. Sharp's got 5 points so far.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
Now, here's Green. Left side, Curry. Holiday with the block. Kuminga against Avdia. Pass to Holiday. Sharp with this screen on Butler. Holiday against Butler. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And it's Butler missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He told me that they've got one of the league's best lockdown defenders in Drew Holiday, so it won't be easy for us tonight. Coach went on to say that against top-tier individual defender like Holiday, the most important thing is spreading the points around and having a diverse attack. Guys?
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Good on the shot.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Warriors trail by 4. Pass to Pajemski. Butler kicks to Kuminga. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
It's not the focus of Kuminga's game, but when three-point chances come his way, he's got to take them.
Here's Kamare. Back to Holiday. Sharp on the wing. They get it back. Klingon. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Butler finds Pajemski. Back to Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now here is Holiday. Hasn't made one yet.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Green, the screen. And Green slams it in.
A big part of his game offensively. Green fantastic at the pick and roll game.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now, here's Sean. He's defended by Pajemski. Outside Holiday. Here's Klingon. Good work there as it goes. Klingon's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Butler feeling out a bit. Inside. Here's Green. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Klingon's got his 6th rebound on the night. Holiday against Kuminga. Outside Holiday. Rebound by Butler.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting them with all of these misses.
The shot's good. Butler's got 6.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
RJ, there were questions about the 2 timeline approaching Golden State, but some of those young guys have made a difference.
And some haven't. But those team-friendly contracts of those younger players, that's one advantage. And a way to keep that energetic talent around their young stars.
On the floor. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Portland. Grant comes in for Toumani Camara. Now Williams. Here's Sharp. Takes the three. No good that time. On the wing, Hield. Richard, Klingon covering. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Just about halfway through group play. Here are the NBA Cup standings.
This competition has been really fun to watch. Some great games thus far. It feels like every year the NBA Cup just gets better.
And the Warriors making a change here. Santos is checked in. Pass to Sharp. Back to Avdia. Grant for three. Here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
A powerhouse slam. Klingon gave it everything on that one.
Hield outside. Lets the three fly. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 5 rebounds tonight. And stolen by Horford. Payton outside. Pass to Hield. Here's Santos. He's guarded by Williams. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Horford. Off target with his 3. Portland trailing here. Grant the pass to Williams. They now take the lead.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Now, here's Moody. Still yet to score. Golden State moving it around. Santos, the pass to Hield. Payton with the screen for Hield. Horford from outside. And it's Portland with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 3. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And tonight, I expect them to play better offensively, trying to get some closer looks.
And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Pass to Sharp. And no good on the last second attempt this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Butler out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Moody. Then there's Horford. And it's Hield in at the point. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game right now. That's good from Cook. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about the upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voiced some early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Here's Butler. Following the basket by Robert Williams. Butler passes to Hield. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
Well-executed play. Anytime you can get Hield something in rhythm off the catch, you have done your job.
Now, here's Grant. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Chicago. Now, here's Hield. Butler at the elbow. Butler hammering it home.
And everything Butler does, he does with a bang, including those 2 points.
Murray, the pass to Williams. Here's Rupert. And it's Grant in the corner. Portland needs to get off a shot. They get it back. Williams.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Butler passes to Moody. And here is Horford. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now here's Hield. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Heat in Miami.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
RJ, when you talk about Jimmy Butler, he is definitely a tone setter.
Yeah, Kevin, on the court and in the locker room, this man is tenacious. He lets you know exactly what he's thinking. Teams fear him, and sometimes his teammates do as well.
First one falls for him. Hey, Greg, after 2 seasons in Milwaukee, how about Damian Lillard going back to the Blazers roster even as he works his way back from the Achilles?
And in the meantime, he gets to watch this relatively young group compete. Their activity and defensive edge should pair nicely with his offensive brilliance next season.
And so Butler nails both of them.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Holiday sets the pick for Sharp. And it's off from 3-point range. Warriors trail by 3. Hield outside. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Hield's got his second bucket of the night.
Nice move. Hield showing he's not just a 3-point shooter.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. Number 5, the Warriors.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Williams sets a screen for Sharp. Holiday with the three. Makes that one after missing his first 6 shot attempts. 1 for 7 and hungry for more.
A consistent three-point shooter. You can count on Holiday.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Curry's checked in for Golden State. Outside Butler. Butler takes it in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
Jeremy Grant picks one up.
And look at Butler. They're just attacking the rim. Really skilled at drawing the contact and creating fouls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Butler. You know, Greg, with this being game 3 of the group stage, you have to start looking at how tiebreakers might work for teams that have the same record in group play. I mean, it's fascinating.
And I believe the first tiebreaker is head-to-head record in the group. If that doesn't solve it, a tie then goes down to each team's point differential. So there are a few more tiebreakers after that, but those two should take care of almost all ties.
Now, here's Grant. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And here's Holiday, just 4 to shoot. Here's Kamara. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Shaedon Sharp.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Hield kicks to Horford. For the 3. Curry can't get it to go.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising, it's such a tight game. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Curry after Drew Holiday's score. Curry passes to Horford. Outside Butler. In the paint, Butler.
And he's never been shy about asserting his dominance. This is classic Jimmy Butler play so far.
Off to Holiday. Portland moving the ball around. There's the pick. Bounce pass, Kamara. Grant gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Moody with it. Scoreless thus far. Curry finds Butler. Shoots over Grant. And it's Butler missing. Portland leading by 3. Grant the pass to Holiday. Sharp on the wing. Covered by Heel. That one goes in. Sharp's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
Grant against Butler. Jimmy Butler finds a way through inside.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Back to Sharp. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, Richard, you had an interesting view of the start of the Warriors dynasty.
Yeah, I was very, very blessed to be a part of that Steph, Clay, and Draymond's first playoff run back in 2013. Matter of fact, some of the Warrior fans are still mad at me for some missed free throws. But I was 90 years old. Let it go.
He's off on the first. And some changes here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Horford. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Moody. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Buddy Hield. Donovan Clingan, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Avdia comes in for Jeremy Grant. And he sinks the second.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Outside, Kuminga. Back to Curry. Fires the 3. Curry! What else is new?
This is P. Curry shooting with real confidence off the catch. It's what helps get him going.
Holiday against Curry. Yep, it counts. Holiday's got 7 points here in this quarter.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. All defensive guard Drew Holiday talked about guarding some of the younger players coming into the league, and he said the game has changed significantly. They morphed with it. They're quick, athletic, and they all play the game a lot differently than when I came into the league. Back over to you, Kevin.
It is a new day. Allie, we thank you very much. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. He's checked in for Butler. And how about a look at a few of the hottest players in the NBA right now, the top scoring shooting guards in the past 10 games. Second, Shaedon Sharpe.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
As a two-guard, that's what it takes to put up points like these guys do. You have to have a versatile game. You have to be able to keep the defenders off balance.
Now here is Holiday. 7 points in the game. Sharpe, that's good.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as the scoring goes.
Outside, Kuminga. Back to Curry. From deep. Avdia with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now Sharpe, 11 points in the game. Here's Klingon. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
To the middle. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, I feel bad for that rim. Kuminga, this is what he does.
Pass to Holiday. Over Curry. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 9.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence up.
Here's Moody. No scoring in this one. And he's good on the 3-ball.
His shooting motion is just so impeccable. Curry's long ball is one of the prettiest shots in the game.
Richard, be honest. Did you expect Curry to have this kind of career when he was drafted into the NBA?
I don't think anyone expected Steph to have such a transformative career. He's more than a superstar. He's an icon and an excellent ambassador for the game. He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Can't tie it up as that one misses. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Pass to Sharp. Lets it go from deep. Here's Klingon. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And when someone as big as Donovan Klingon gets going, he's so hard to stop. Keep feeding the big fella.
Now here's Green. Shoots over Klingon. And it's Green. Missing. To the paint. Here's Avdia. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside, Kuminga. Some nice passing by Golden State. Outside, Curry. There's the triple. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Sharp. 11 points in the game. They grab their own miss. A nice shot by Klingon. Klingon's got 14 points for the game.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Here's Moody. Oh, good on the triple.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Pass to Klingon. Holiday. Klingon was screened for Holiday. A 3-pointer off the mark. Warriors trail by 5. Curry is inside, guarded by Holiday. Moody the pass to Curry. Stolen by Holiday.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Moody, and the layup is good.
At point-blank range, oh, yeah. You're not missing from there.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Portland out in front. They lead by 5. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition, or we got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Half-court shots. Please direct your attention to center court. Idiot beat. They're thinking about the shot. One more time. A round of applause.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Well, looking at the Warriors, they've looked okay early on, but it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. Plenty of competition ahead of them and not much room for error.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Trailblazers.
The effort from them in terms of rebounding has been terrific. That really helps in a tight game.
When you clean the glass, you can see through the finish line.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Curry has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Here's Curry. Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. Avdia out there with Klingon. Then it's Holiday. Then it's Sharp. And it's Kamare in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Curry. It's a 5-point game. Golden State needs to get off a shot. A shot by Podziemski, no good. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Here's Green. There's the steal. To the inside. And finished off by Avdia.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Green. Butler kicks to Curry. Those three-pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Sharp. And he goes right over Jonathan Kuminga and slams it down.
What a finish by Sharp while taking the contact. It takes skill to win these and-one opportunities.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. It's a 10-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. It'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. Butler passes to Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And I like seeing Green go up for that flush, showing how powerful he can be.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 9. Pass to Sharp. Kamara down low. Defended by Butler. Klingon. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Now Podziemski. Golden State moving the ball around. Kuminga, no good. Trailblazers leading by 10. Outside Holiday. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Curry passes to Butler. Pass to Green. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 6 assists here tonight.
And this is where Green looks to score. He's comfortable and confident down low.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Let's take a look now at Jonathan Kuminga's numbers. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 13 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, not playing outside himself, but finding lots of chances to do his thing and affect the game.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Pass to Sharp. Clingan the screen for Sharp. Good on the three-point shot. Sharp's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
And Butler, here we go. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll go up against Jalen Williams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Both good from the line that time.
A highly talented two-way player. Butler is also known for his tough-nosed approach to the game.
Pass to Sharp. Avdia kicks to Holiday. Clingan the screen for Holiday. Down low. And there's Clingan. That's good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Now here's Curry. 15 points in the game. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Kamara. And the Warriors miss again. Trailblazers leading by 13. Sharp finds Avdia. And here's Sharp. 17 points in the game. Bajemski with it. Pass to Green. Here's Curry. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Kuminga against Avdia. Back to Holiday. Sharp against Curry. And Clingan has it in the corner. There's the 3. And the basket by Kamara.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Back to Curry. Shoots the 3. Good. And Butler gets the assist. Butler's got his 7th assist in the game.
Oh, you can always count on Curry for a clapback triple.
Holiday against Curry. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. The Portland Trailblazers in year 3 of a rebuild. Wins are hard to come by in the loaded West, but acquiring young, talented players like Denny Avdia is a nice start. He said, quote, "The team is young, we're real athletic, we all compete, everybody wants to work and wants to improve." Back to you.
Young and hunky. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Portland.
These guys have been hitting the offensive boards hard throughout this whole game. Great job converting the extra opportunities.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
The first free throw is good. In terms of playoff defense, Richard, it's hard to think of someone better than Drew Holiday.
Yes, the ball pressure, the deflection. He comes up with plays that impact winning, and he does have multiple titles.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Portland. Both free throws good from Drew Holiday.
The focus you get from Holiday is constant, and that goes for both ends. He's always looking for ways to help.
Holiday against Curry. Excellent D there from Holiday.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now here is Holiday. 15 points in the game. Outside Butler. Outside Kuminga. Green with a screen for Butler. Driving inside. Oh, no, stopping Butler that time.
And the sheer muscle from Butler. I mean, a solid finisher, even when he gets hit.
He's had 6 attempts at the line, made 5 of them.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so no doubt he's pleased with that.
And just the way pilots use VR to train, now NBA officials can do the same.
Yeah, it's all about reps, right? Getting them with a headset in a lower stress setting helps prepare them to make the right call when the lights are brightest.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Warriors trail by 11. Green kicks to Curry. Right side, Butler. Offline with his 3. Portland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Now Klingon. He's got 18. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He hit 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't had anything since.
And there's the bucket from Kuminga.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. To the middle. Drops in the layup for 2. Holiday's got 8 points in the quarter.
You can see the toughness that Holiday plays with. Contact doesn't faze him.
Butler against Grant. Aggressive play by Butler against the defense.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And the dunk by Grant.
And look at the hops on Grant, lifting off for a slam before the D can contain him.
Outside Butler. And it's Portland with the rebound. Avdia's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Outside Holiday sinks the triple. Holiday's got 20 points.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
You know, they've been so aggressive on the offensive boards, and they're earning every one of those second-chance buckets with that relentless effort.
Warriors trail by 14. Here's Moody. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Pass to Hield. There's a good screen. Off target from three-point range. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Now here is Holiday. He's got 20. Here's Rupert from downtown. The rebound by Post. And here is Hield. Outside, Horford.
2 minutes.
They kick out to Hield. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Takes it inside. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Now here's Hield. 5 points in the game. Here's Moody. Lays it up off the glass.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Here's Rupert. Still without a basket. Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to Rupert. The 3. The rebound by Payton. And so Payton will bring it up for the Warriors. Down by 12. Hield with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Payton finds Moody. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Payton gets it to go on the assist by Horford. Payton's got it back down to single digits for the Warriors. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Avdia. They set the pick. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Up top, Hield. Guarded by Holiday. Stolen by Grant. Pulls up. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Trailblazers leading by 11. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Moody, Butler out there with Horford. Then there's Payton. And it's Hield in at the point guard position. Grant outside. There's the drive. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the inside. And it's Butler with the jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Grant. To the paint. Here's Williams. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Horford. Hield outside. In the corner, Moody with it. Here's Butler, and the Warriors check on 2 more. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Murray. Back to Sharp. Williams, a screen on Hield. Here's Sharp. The Warriors pull it in. Hield outside. Butler against Grant. Three-pointer, Hield. And it's Portland with the rebound. Williams has got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Rupert. The rebound by Hield. Warriors trail by 7. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. On the wing, Murray. And it's Williams finishing it off.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside position, he just goes for the finish.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Curry's checked in. Klingon, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. And it's the Warriors with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Hield. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Curry against Sharp. There's a screen by Williams. And it's Sharp missing. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Curry passes to Horford. Outside Butler. Over Williams. Hits the front of the rim and out. Trailblazers leading by 7. Inside. Here's Klingon. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 20 points for Donovan Klingon. Now Hield. Outside Curry. Latrey cranes it from beyond the arc.
Goodness, this man is ripping 3 after 3. An incredible display of shooting.
Here's Sharp. Klingon the screen for Sharp. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls from the top of the key. The Warriors pull it in. Here's Curry with the 3. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Now, here's Sharp. Klingon the screen for Sharp. Outside Williams. Clingan with it, working on Horford. Clingan shot is off. Warriors trail by 3. In the corner, it's Hield. Outside Curry. Floats one. Curry gets it to drop over the D.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Williams sends a screen for Grant. And stolen by Horford. Hield outside. Outside, Horford. Pass to Curry to take the lead. Good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And here are the Trailblazers now. And here's Sharp. Grant outside. Shot to stop the run. That one doesn't drop. The Warriors leading. Hield outside. Moody with it. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Some changes for Golden State. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Horford. Kuminga comes in for Moody. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Buddy Hield. Now Podziemski. 5 to shoot. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Drills it from outside. Butler's got 29 in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
You can tell Holiday likes setting up his guys. He enjoys facilitating.
Now here's Butler. Outside Curry. Back to Butler. On the wing, Green. Outside Curry. And Clingan pulls it down.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Now, here's Sharp. No good from outside.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
To the inside. Curry can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Sharp. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 20-6 run. On the wing, Green. Clingan covering. Here's Butler. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Butler's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors.
He has the ideal attitude you want in a swingman, but Butler gets in a good position, taking on the D, and just winning that battle.
Here's Kamara. No coverage that time.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry from deep three-point territory. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 35.
I think we knew who was firing off the shot here. Curry is just too consistent not to be trusted with it.
Here's Sharp. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Green. Oh, the nice little jump hook.
No stranger to important moments. Draymond, some vital points there.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Portland. It's a 5-point game. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Let's keep it going for your Warriors answer.
Avdia on the wing. Defended by Kuminga. Holiday puts it right back up and in.
He's been here so many times. What a huge make by Drew Holiday.
At the line for the Trailblazers, Drew Holiday. Shooting.
Left side.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Outside Kuminga. Now Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. The three is off. Now here's Sean. He's tightly guarded. The Warriors leading. Kuminga fires. Three. Good.
And how about that composure from Kuminga, answering the call when his team needed one.
Now here's Sean. He's defended by Pajemski. Avdia against Kuminga.
Yeah, easy call.
Shoot two.
Drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Here's Kuminga.
Excellent alley-oop. Kuminga putting himself in the perfect place to finish that one.
Here's Sharp. 1:11 left to play here in the fourth. That one is good.
And this young guy is already imposing his will on the game. Sharp, someone you can count on in the moment.
Now here's Butler. And that one falls.
And when things are tight, Butler just seems to step his game up. Tremendous score here in the clutch.
Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. They lead by 4. Now Butler. Oh, one dunk after another. Woo!
And it's obvious that Butler is a star in this league. An amazing performer. And this is a guy who lives for these moments.
With ice in his veins, Holiday makes the big play.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. It's a 6-point ball game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up this lead.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Sharp. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Nails the jumper.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. Here's Sharp.
No time to waste on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Good.
And the D had no answer for that move. Beautifully done. Easy layup.
Can they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul?
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
At the line for your Warriors, Podjewski. 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Now Holiday. He's off from 3. So we see the Warriors get the win here. And this is a big win for them in the NBA Cup as they move to 2-1 in the group stage.
And if they can win their final group stage game, it's likely that they're going to advance to the next stage.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.